Turn 1 Orks. Time for the Orks to hit back. Do any of the wagons touch that? Now during this battle, if you want Matt getting pie plated, he runs into the mail lady and gets a little bit scared.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
For those of you who've seen the video, he was quite paranoid that day. It was very fun. But all the looted wagons move into position without any problem, the 2 remaining that live, and the boys continue to move up. Second squad of boys with the War Boss and Power Claw manage to, well, they run. I counted the run movement with them. Now the bunched up Storm Guardians get hit. All those dice are from one blast template. Tons of wounds. But he did get to re-roll his armor save because he had Fortune on them. Which is, I only killed probably only half as much as I expected to, so that's great. Then I ended up running with the other squad as well, because I'm not going to do anything else with them. Now those Vipers hiding in those bushes over there, they killed too many boys last turn, so I shoot with my Ludos, get a full 30 shots, tons of hits, tons of penetrating hits, and it's enough to wreck all of them. And so they are all gone. Boom Gun shoots into the Wave Serpent in the back, manages to scatter off of the Wave Serpent, unfortunately, but manages to hit the Farseer and 2 or 3 Storm Guardians, or 4 Storm Guardians. I wound a couple, but again, with their rerollable saves, I am not able to do too much. Excuse me. Continue on, Chris has a very methodical, slow way of doing things. It's great though. And I'd fail to wound the Farseer. Next squad of Ludas shoots. How many shots do they get? A full amount of 3 shots. It's very lucky for Ludas. They should have been painted blue, or a few of them have blue painted faces. That's why. Anyways, he does get a cover save because of the terrain, and so I have to roll, because it's hollow fields. I have to roll 2 dice. Those are my glancing hits, which managed to shake it. Penetrating, I managed to stun it. Next penetrating, only shake. So take the highest, which of course stun, so at least it can't move or shoot. It could have been worse. End of turn 1, everything just kind of moving into position. Nice strong center for the Orks. One of the loot wagons has gone down, but the Ludas are staying strong, killing a lot. The Viper's gone is a huge deal for the Orks, and same thing with the Falcon in the back being stunned and not be able to do anything. Oh, and we forgot about leadership on the Storm Guardians, but they do make it. And that is the end of turn 1. So Eldar turn 2. Start going. Farseer remembers at the beginning this time. Cast Guide and Fortune on both on the Storm Guardians. The Wave Serpent decides to fly right up and unload the Harlequins. And I've never dealt with them before, so I'm kind of interested to see what they can do. And the jet bikes decide it's their time. They're moving up into the fray and be able to hopefully destroy that whole boy squad. Storm Guardians as well don't want to get left out. Moving over, they get that flame up in front to try to kill as many boys as possible. Fortunately, it looks like he's going to be just out of range. We'll see. And of course, a big fire prism with this massive death cannon. Still doesn't want to leave the looters alone. Luckily, a huge scatter. Scatters over, and it looks like just 2 boys are hit. That's fantastic. He does manage to kill. Oh, I made a save. And so only 1 boy dies. Between Destructor, which is on the Warlock, and the Flamer template, they hit a few boys, plus all the little pistols shooting. They do manage to kill 1, 2, 3, 4 boys. Few left. Then the jet bikes shoot into them with their twin-linked, what are they called? The Shuriken catapults. Kill a whole bunch of more boys, and the Harlequins shoot. Luckily, I get cover now because all the other ones died. And so there's my cover saves. I saved a few. And a couple more die. Then he continues to shoot from his Wave Serpent, a twin-linked Bright Lance on top. Does manage to get a glancing hit, thankfully, because that's only no mobilize that he got. And I make my leadership on my boys. Double ones, in fact. The other squad of bikes assault forward, and the other squad of bikes assault backwards. Them being on jet bikes, they can move backwards in the assault forward. They can move anywhere they want, but they decided to move in, and they rolled for difficult terrain. Were not damaged at all. The other squad, though, because of the Warlock with his Witchblade, is able to blow up my second looted wagon. He doesn't like those templates. Neither would I, to be honest. So does it blow up? Doesn't manage to hurt anything. Reserves. Boys don't come in. Deathcopter doesn't come in. Second Deathcopter does come in, though. Where does he come in? I get to choose. So let's come in right and hit the back armor of that Falcon. Here me, deep in thought, trying to figure out what am I to do with this small squad of boys. Then let's try to assault those bikes. Because boys, well, boys are boys, and they hit hard no matter where they are, no matter how little they are. And the war boss and his squad, they decide it's their time, they're going to move up, even though a lot of them aren't be able to get in combat. We'll see how many will be able to. Deathcopter shoots, good luck, it's good thing it's twin linked. Hits with his second, it's a 2 to glance. Oh, just a glance, and his hollow fields. I still managed to stun it though, so it can move, but it can't shoot. And if I can reduce any Eldar shooting, that's a very, very good thing. Boom gun fails me. And for those of you wondering, treating the boom guns always, my guys, as a turret, so I can shoot behind, sideways, whatever. So even though he's behind that other one, he can still continue through. This is the Luda shooting at the Wave Serpent. You know, back armor, irresistible, I had to shoot. Oh, I'm sorry. Now I'm shooting at the back armor of the Wave Serpent. That was firing at those jet bikes, and I killed 2 of them. But I still got, that's 3 shots, that's all of my attacking has always been 3 shots from the Ludas this game, which is fantastic. As you can see, lots of penetrating hits, that's 3 wrecked, and so that Wave Serpent is gone. And Harlequins are left by themselves. I try to assault through cover, 3 inches, leaves me like a 1/4 of an inch out. It's awful. So I'm unable to charge those jet bikes, which may come to bite me in the bum, but my other boys are in range, and with the war boss and the other boys, they are able to charge forward and multi-assault both squads. Or counter-charging. Well, they don't have the counter-charge special rule, but you know, assaulting getting into combat. Harlequins get in, and the great thing about that is that more of my boys also get into combat. Now, because he is Eldar and I am Orks, Orks are very slow, and so he does get to attack first. But with toughness 4 and their strength only being 3, it's 5's though. 5's the wound and 4's the hit. And so he is unable actually to do much wounds at all. The Storm Guardians do then attack back, continuing just try to whittle down the Orks, but because there's lots of them outside of combat, that actually doesn't prevent me from hitting very hard at all. And so I rolled all at once, and then I just separated them as I could. But first, these are my wounds against the Harlequins. I managed to kill 5 of them, which is a huge blow. And then attacking back against the Storm Guardians, I kill another 3. And then with my War Boss attacking, ooh, a bunch of 1s. But I do manage to kill a few more of those Storm Guardians. And so I do win combat. And so rolling against both, they both fail leadership. And so luckily he does have those higher leadership. I mean, yes. And so he is able to run away and not get overrun, which is huge, even though my war boss has a pretty high initiative. Initiative, that's what it is. And so they don't get to run away far, but they do run away. So this is the end of turn 2. Falcons, I mean, Wave Serpent's way over. That is the Fire Prison, rather. Over there in the corner. Lots of shooting has been done. The Orks are right up in the Eldar face, even though that's their full fallback move. They're right there, so they will have to fall back. But that's still actually a lot of shooting, so they might be able to hurt me a lot before they run off the board. Actually, who knows even if they'll run off the board, they're so far away from it. But the Ludas have been able to do lots of damage, hurting those jet bikes. Deathcopter actually worked very well. Fortunately wasn't able to kill it, but at least stunned it, so it's just less shooting, so I can continue shooting at him in the following turns. Well, thanks for watching, and click below to continue watching part 3.